Hello and welcome to another edition of Local Yokel. This is just down the street from me, a half block away, and it looks like if you're going to keep up with the Joneses, you got to get Valentine's Day lights or whatnot. Damn, I guess that's a thing now. But no, that's cool. That's cool. I like that decorating, but God, keeping up with the Joneses is so damn hard these days. Hey, off yonder, the sun. We haven't seen much of that in a long time. Well, this is the sunrise, and I'm a moonie, or a moon person. I was trying to keep track. It's been so long, but I like catching the moon when it's just a sliver. And they said you can do that early in the morning here. And I'm looking down yon. Look at here. On February 7th, 9% moon. That's a good size sliver. That shows up good. And so I'm looking for it out there, but it's hard. The sun has risen, and it's probably behind that cloud there. Right around there. And I just couldn't hang out and wait. That's what it was. But I got up early this morning, actually, to go to O'Reilly's and get a washer cap for a 2017 Ford Focus. Comes in its very own nice cardboard box, and there it is. That might be like OEM type thing. Decided to get a coffee. This is only $1.50, and it's that French vanilla. This is that at the newfangled gas station at Van Born and Telegraph. All right, look at this. Gas, $2.59. It recently has gone up. I was Johnny on the spot and got it when the getting was good kind of thing. The gas here is top tier, so I'm good with that. This is the first time I had to fill up the Maverick, and $22 didn't quite get me totally full, but there's the Ford Focus. This is the old cab. It broke apart when we had that brutally cold weather. I wanted to top off the fluid. At first, I thought this rapid fuse, like super glue thing, would be the ticket. I could get off cheap. But, oh no, it wasn't quite that easy. Here, though, the diversity puzzle. And there's like 9 things to this puzzle. And they're all interconnected. And they affect us in different ways. We can either be either side of the bell curve on some of these things, or in the middle of the bell curve. Geographics like the Monopoly board, if you're Baltic Avenue or your Park Place kind of thing. Disability. Age, yeah, we can't deny that one. You could start young and hopefully you get to the other side and hit the bell curve and go down that slippery slope. But yeah, you go. I don't have enough time to explain all this, but it's time to drink from the cup. That's the street pattern of downtown Detroit. I think we're going to drink a lot once that NFL draft comes by. That's going to be a lot of fun. That'll be like the coming out party for the city of Detroit. Like, party on. That's one thing Detroit can handle. It's a good party. So that'll be fun. Okay, so here's the Focus. It's going to be, I got my Maverick now, so I hate to see this thing go. But yeah, I'm getting it ready for resale. That's a little sculpture that I have in the bag. It doesn't spin much, though. It's got to be real windy. But yeah, I'm going to show you how this is done here. If you ever have to replace one of these windshield washer reservoir caps. And so here we go. There's only a couple ways you can do this, but you want to make sure you do get it on right. There's a little notch there you can slide it by, and then that, there's things, it did not come with an instruction manual. Usually, or a diagram or something, a little thing. But yeah, there you fill it up. Then here's the tricky part. See if this works. Ooh, that looks like brand new. I should be able to get top dollar for my Ford Focus. Yeah, they pop the hood. They'll say, damn, this engine's clean. So I'm going to recycle the cardboard box. Yeah, it was like $11.99 plus tax. It wasn't that cheap. Here's the touch pen. So if you got this, I'm not going to recycle that. That's just going in the regular trash. But yeah, I had to tackle something here. I was decided, hey, I was in the area. This is Southfield Freeway, right where the Ecorse Creek comes by, crosses it. It'll join up with the lower part of the creek and then Council Points Bluff. But they got some heavy artillery out here. They're redoing the whole bridge. So yeah, if you want to get to Jefferson, you're going to have to either go north. Outer Drive is a good way to get to be down by the river. So yeah, Outer Drive is a good way, or you could take Emmons, E-M-M-O-N-S, Emmons, or Goddard. They got some big-ass steel going here and some cable. They mean business. They are definitely going to redo this all. And this is fun. I'd like to get a front row seat, but there were a lot of people working, and you don't really want to bother them while they're working. But yeah, little kid at heart, I always like these construction site type things. And I like big cranes, too. Yeah, building stuff is cool. And we should promote, actually, construction jobs for people. Because that's not a bad career either. Certainly, you work in inclement weather at times. But, see, sidewalks closed even. You can't get through here. But, yeah, they were doing some more historic Council Point Park. So you just go south a little bit, and that's where the lower Ecorse Creek will match up, and then it'll exit into the Detroit River. But the Ecorse Creek is a big issue with flooding, certainly in the Dearborn Heights area. And in through Allen Park and Lincoln Park. Here's their animal shelter. I'm trying to get around and get to the other side of the bridge and see if I can get a little bit of a better view. Looks like Santa Claus has a sleigh and all, the reindeer. Here's a Zeppion model. It's a doozy, or a doozin'. But yeah, this is at Outer Drive and 4th Street. So there's a few parks. Now I'm following the river. I'm heading south here. They have one of those gazebo things. Here's the Ecorse Creek. Well, at this point, it's like a river, though. And certainly when we get some rain, it feels like a river. Unfortunately, like we built a lot of houses right up against the creek and didn't really allow for a floodplain. So that was kind of poor urban planning, like back in the day. There's a trailer park here. It's called Potter Trailer Court. And as luck would have it, or sometimes these things, you can't dream these things up, but right nearby is a pot place. You can buy recreational or medicinal. I don't know if they make a difference between the two now still. But yeah, it's now open there. But you got to take the big detour around. This bridge certainly is restricting a lot of traffic for those people that have to get down by the river. But these, they shore up the sideline with those steel plates. And yeah, they got a temporary bridge over here. And so that's how they get from one side to the next. But yeah, If they clear out this brush a little bit, I'd be able to get a better peek at what's going down, but I didn't get the best vantage point. My apologies. I could have worked at it a little harder. Here's a big-ass bad boy, and he's moving into position, one of these big cranes, and they move ever so slowly. Well, that's the other side, but yeah. Well. That thing's got a nice hook on it. Didn't Miley Cyrus swing on one of those things for a video, I think? Wrecking Ball or something? I don't know. Just talking out loud. Here the crane is moving forward here. Oh yeah, it's in action. Oh, I could have spent the whole day here, but no. We'll come back and check, but yeah, it'll be a brand new bridge when it's all said and done, so I can hardly wait. Just went under the railroad tracks, and I'm going to take a look at Mud Island. Mud Island was created, I am told, by the dredging they did for the Rouge River, so boats could get into the Rouge plant easier without having to make that little hook. And that's how Zug Island was created. But they dredged it out and then or took up all that mud and everything, and they made Mud Island. And so there it is. It's an international wildlife refuge. Yeah, and eagles have like nests up there. There'd be people with big long ass cameras and stuff getting the photo close-ups. But yeah, when eagles were flying around and stuff, the word would get out and there'd be photographers checking it, which is kind of neat. That Point Mooley Park further south is a nice spot for them also. Yeah, and people were fishing here big time. So yeah, right at Southfield and Jefferson. Took me a while, but I got here. Had to go through the detour, but I like doing detours. Downriver linked greenways, so this is good connecting like bike paths and all that. The Iron Bell Trail and the Great Lakes Way. So that's a fairly new sign. Across the way, I like this place. I'm not a fisherman, but I love they got a bait and tackle shop. This might be one of the owners here, because they got some stickers promoting here, MILF. That's what MILF stands for? Oh, I thought it was something totally different. Oh, lordy, lordy. I had that all wrong. All right, here's a vending machine. I love this thing because where do you see these things? Usually it's like food, candy bars, that type thing, but this is all like for fishermen's supplies, and it's 24 hours, so the store could be closed and all that, but in a pinch, you can do the vending machine. Just smile, though, they say, because you're like on candid camera. There's a local watering hole nearby, the Lighthouse Pub. And then on the corner, there's the Coney Island. I couldn't resist. I had a little hunger going on. The tummy was saying, feed me. So, and they were open, so I decided to get me one, and there it is, a Coney with mustard and onions. It was $2.75. All right, there's some train action down yonder. All right, Well, while I was in the neighborhood, this building is up for sale. Check this out. It was part of the USS Steel, or United States Steel. But yeah, this hasn't been used in a while. But it could be like a banquet hall type thing. They have the eye in the sky. So I'm smiling from ear to ear. But look they got waterfront property. How long has this been abandoned? Well, look, so long that the picnic tables are collapsing before your very eyes. Wowee. Never seen that happen like that. But yeah, it must have been years since they've been abandoned here. But there's Mud Island. But nice area here. The birds hang out. You see the fishermen. You have that nice park. Anytime you're down by the water, it's good. There's a white swan. And another one. We had a few ice flows, but yeah, a relatively mild winter, and I was kind of surprised to hear, yeah, the shipping channel's open. It's not closed. I was hoping to catch a big freighter, but no luck there. My apologies. Sometimes you get lucky, and you'll see a big boat going upstream or downstream, but all right, well, there's some sports fans here at the happy hour. Sports Bar and Grill. Dale Jr.'s. I don't know if that's Dale Earnhardt Jr. Nearby is the Quick 7 Market. But yeah, let's look at the signs. The main office is 1 mile upstream. All right. Sale or lease. 19,837 square feet. Training ideal for private clubs, marinas, community center, or religious facilities. Wow, you could make a church out of that. Yeah, repurpose. But yeah, urban planning. Any place that there is dirt, you can do urban planning. So, you can do it here. They got a nice parking lot to go with the building. And it's in a good prominent location. Right at the foot of Southfield and Jefferson. Here are the Grand Port Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, desserts even. You got to go around back, I think, for the desserts. Or at least the ice cream. But that would be nice in the summertime. All right, Aldi is my go-to store because I can be in and out. So, yes, this gets my seal of approval. Yeah, I can get in and out real quick, and the prices are always good. So, yeah, why not? All right, I'm going to go to Chicago. I got to take a little curly cue here. It's almost a full 360. Maybe about 280 degrees or something. Put another dime in the jukebox. When was it ever a dime? It's much more than that. I think now you use your debit card, but there's the football-inspired bridge. All right, well, tree issues. The neighbor's tree had an issue kind of like with the ice storm and all that, but I think the tree is dying kind of thing. And, yeah, a branch fell down, pretty decent-sized branch. Luckily, no damage on the way down as far as I can tell. But, yeah, I didn't know if people that do tree trimming or tree cutting, if they worked in the winter, but they do. And so the neighbors said they're going to take that tree down this week. Here, a butterball turkey. I got that at Aldi after Thanksgiving last year. It's not a bad size, 18.63 pounds. I got to defrost this thing. And I got it at Aldi, after Thanksgiving. It was 99 cents a pound. So that's a good deal. So it will be featured later in this show. All right, well, here is the Glacier Bay Chrome handheld shower head. And my dad wanted one of these things. It's got a lifetime limited warranty. I'll have to see how that works. But, yeah, you need a heavy industrial pair of scissors to get that plastic off. Okay, look at this. There's a warning thing. It's chrome. You would think, well, here, it says hand tighten only. And then there's the 5-foot long cord. And this time they have instructions, and they explain all that. And if you have technical difficulties, there's a number to call. I installed it, but this lousy thing, I hand tightened it and just got the plier and just to snug it up. And, you hear that little click?
Yeah, I want to find
and sure as shit, it snapped. It was plastic, too. Those cheap bastards. How do you make a plumbing thing and make it just plastic? Anyway, I'll get back to that. Here, a 3-inch cutter for the sewer lines. And so that will go through the sewer, and we'll watch it in action. My good plumber friend is going to show how this all goes down. And instead of the little straight piece, going to put the cutter on the end here and then stick it down the sewer line and run it out to the main. So yeah, tree roots is the issue, and there's a tree here. So about like 20 feet out, there's an issue, but then it runs back to the city or the main sewer line where the fence is, and there's some junk trees back there. Not on my property, but those junk trees apparently are pretty bad for the tree roots. So I'm assisting here along with doing the video work. So if you ever have to get your sewer line, this is how you do it.
62 degrees, I guess.
Put your butt on it. There you go. Good going. Good man.
That's like the main cutter. That will poke the hole out, but we have an issue with tree roots, so we got that other monster to do the damage. Then you got to keep the water running, but yeah, it was totally backed up. This, I think, was for the storm drain. And yeah, tree roots are incessant. They just...
All right.
They keep coming back.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it goes on its own once it...
See?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. We got to stop right here. We got to cut it out.
Uh-oh. It's still plugged up. It's not draining. In fact, went around the toilet seal, and now it's leaking all around. So it's like, crap, we're making a mess. I should have timed it from the start to get the whole idea of the lay of the land here. But yeah, if you're into sewers, you're probably into this. But yeah, most people, it's like, what?
Go turn the laundry tub on. This cold water slow down. Good man.
Another spot. Yeah, typically you don't get excited anything about sewers. It's just in the back of your mind. But when there's a problem, Yeah, it does rear its ugly head, and the problem needs to be addressed. So,
50 feet.
yeah. Oh, he's got 50 feet in. That's what I'm signifying. They're 10-foot lengths, and I'll run this through and keep adding 10-foot lengths. But he got past a tree. I think it's the junk trees by the main sewer line in the back of the house, by the fence line. That's where the problem was. Still haven't punched through the hole because the water's running in the tub and the toilet, but now it's backing up through the drains. So it's a pretty good, decent-sized clog. So yeah, the water is running in the wash tub.
Yeah, I heard it open up. It boop, 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 blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that cutter ain't no fucking joke, bro.
This is a nice little contraption. I'm kind of mesmerized just watching that thing spin around. Okay, so when you gotta, here he'll add another 10-foot length.
No, we don't want to do that.
Like that, and keep going in. I think he went 70
No, we don't want to do that.
total.
No. This ain't my first rodeo.
I've heard that before.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
How's it going?
Well, great. That's God doing that, and I ain't had nothing to do with it.
Trust me, this has a happy ending. It's not good. I'm not going to round out the top of the hour with all plumbing. There is an end game to all this. But yeah, I was monitoring this, and the water's coming up, and it was like, no, there were a few spots along the way that had issues. So the water's still coming up the drain back there. You can see it puddling. And it's even getting bigger. Now I'm getting nervous. How bad is this blockage here? Got the mop out even. Yeah. Still have to break through to the other side. Okay, house defense 55 feet. I was just keeping notes here from in the past. We've been out here before. Because those tree roots, they'll come back in 2 years or whatever.
Okay.
That's cutting the piss out of the roof right now. So you keep that, try to flush that toilet, hear it? Flush that toilet again. I hope you can get it the fuck out of that pipe. That's what I'm hoping for. Don't get stuck. You were cutting the roof down there because we're going backwards.
Right. That's
Come on, baby. Don't lock up on it. Please, don't let it get caught up in there. Well, I don't know. It's pretty good, though. Whatever it is.
These coils are heavy too. You can get 50 feet in one of these, and they're heavy as hell. So you need a strong back. To be a plumber, you definitely need to have a strong back and flexible. Here's the tree roots. Yeah, look at all that. It tore through some stuff. It ends up looking like a bird's nest kind of thing. But yeah, that cutter worked. Look how it was brand new when we started. It scraped some of the paint off of it. But yeah, this is where the Ford Maverick comes in handy. Look at that. Don't have to put it in the back seat or finagle with the trunk. It just my wallet's a little lighter. Oh, Lord. But yeah, got to pay the piper. All right, City of Dearborn Heights logo. It's like a perfect family thing. And incense, look at this, 63 degrees. Holy cow. The next day, I think was Friday, we set the record, but we came close on, I think this was a Thursday, but yeah, beautiful day in the neighborhood. No, this was a Friday. Sorry, because we got the trash containers out there. And it was windy. I guess it was blowing them around. But yeah, this was Friday. February 9th. Marty spelled M-A-R-D-I. He's going to have fun on Tuesday here. He's got a stink eye. That's his visual. It records, and then it comes right up on my phone. I get video in real time. Here, the Dirty Show. Let's see, Mardi Gras on the 20th, so Marty's going to be busy. Don't bother him on Tuesday. Fat Tuesday. Punchkis and all that. All right. So anyways, this is, later that evening, Friday, February 9th, and had to take a little detour because the train action here, and this one's not going anywhere fast. And I didn't have a Snickers bar with me, so I'm going to turn around. And, I've been hyping this for a while. This event at the Russell Industrial Center. This building was built by Albert Kahn back in the day. I think it was like an airplane parts facility. Look at the lineup here. It's like a red light district out here. But yeah, they're going to go to the Dirty Show. Look, it's still 60 degrees, partly cloudy. And that's where I parked for free. Otherwise, you can spend $20, and that is against my religion to pay for parking. This was the latest edition of the Metro Times, which is my favorite local magazine. It tells me all the cool stuff. Excuse me. The cool stuff that's happening in the city on any given weekend. They have an exhibition center that's aptly named here for the Dirty Show because that's what they're doing inside there. They're doing a lot of exhibiting. Oh, yeah. And then, there's a water tower up there. It wasn't showing up. Can you see that? It's kind of dark, and the camera's having trouble focusing in on that, but say nice things about Detroit. Yes, indeedy. What? It's funny sometimes the stickers people put on their cars. And sometimes you get started with one, and then pretty soon 2 and 3. Oh, there's my evil twin in double. All right, the golden top of the Fisher Building. I think WJR still broadcast out of there, if I'm not mistaken. Don't hold me to it, though. Yeah, don't stop talking about Palestine. Yeah, how about a ceasefire now? Wowee, when you see these people dying and just the horrendous conditions, what the hell's going on there? We need some adults to actually address this situation. Netanyahu's not the person. And then also, I don't think Hamas is giving good representation to the Palestine people. Not when 28,000 civilians have died already. I don't know what the proper number is before we decide, maybe we should stop this. But that's just ridiculous. Wowee. I don't care who these people are or what nationality they are. People are people are people are people, and geez, just killing people indiscriminately. No, we either need women to figure this situation out or even have kids say, hey, what would you do? I think sometimes kids come up with the best responses, but having men go at it, no, they just want to bomb and kill and shoot. Yeah, we're tougher than them. We'll show them. Men can't figure it out. I think either get the women or children to make. But Holy Land, you got to be kidding me. The Holy Land, they've been fighting since day one over there. Stop it already. What's holy about the Holy Land if they're always fighting each other? There ain't nothing. And who would want to live like that? I wouldn't, but to each their own, I guess. But holy cow. And we're spending too much time and energy on for just one little place in the world. We should be concentrating on our local stuff, making things better in our neck of the woods. Well, here are people that are seen and want to be seen or whatever. But yeah, I guess that's going to be Instagram or Facebook and YouTube now and public access. Winter Wonderland. Nothing left but to pick up my food order. You get buy one, get one free. I like that double cheeseburger thing. $3.90. I can get 2 of them out the window. Yeah, did I mention the Dirty Show? Yeah, if you got the time or inclination, and it is dirty. I mean, wink, wink. But yeah, who knows what happens behind those walls? All right, well, here's the turkey thing. And my mom was helping out with this, which was great. But stuffed the turkey. And I'm out at Alegria Village. My parents have a nice pad out here on the 5th floor. And so a view of the courtyard. And this is the calm before the storm. So we just put the turkey in. I had to adjust the thaw time, but the roasting time being stuffed is 4.5 to 5 hours. But, and preheat oven to 325. I was reading the instructions and the idea on how to make the gravy and all that. But look at that, the thermometer is pegged at 190. So technically I let it overcook, and that's my mistake.
Yeah.
Here's my mom. She used this, and her mother used this back in the day for making those mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I was trying to do it with one.
So it had the cream style corn, the gravy.
Oh yeah, they do.
I have to carve that up yet. And biscuits.
Her boyfriend did something good too.
Okay. Well, we watched the Super Bowl. That's what that all was a Super Bowl party. All right. I got to fast forward this. There was a little gap in the video. I made a mistake, and that happens from time to time. I am not infallible. And I find out a lot of times it's easier just to admit you're like an idiot and you made a mistake and then carry on and kind of laugh about it. But some people can't admit when they're wrong. Maybe Donald Trump for one. All right, well, I digress. Okay, I got to fast forward this tape to 1 hour and 10 minutes, and then we're gonna get a bridge update, a Gordie Howe bridge update. But yeah, I made a mistake when I taped this. I had I inadvertently pressed the record button and did not know it. And it ran for about an hour before I caught it. And so I didn't want to. I got to fast forward to the spot on the tape. But I went with my dad. We wanted to check out how the Gordie Howe Bridge was coming along. All right, I'm almost there. I got to get to 110. Okay. Oops, 110.42. Let me just show you. I got enough time on this tape. Yeah, see, that's the bad video I had. It was, I don't even know what that was. But I taped like an hour of it when I moved the camera. Okay, let me get to the spot. Okay. All right, sorry about all that, but shit happens, as they say. Okay, so here we go. This was February 8th. So, yeah, I didn't put this in chronological order. But, anyways, approaching the bridge. Here going under the bridge. Oh, this stuff's larger than life. I love these monster construction projects. Just like when they built Comerica Park and they built Ford Field. Yeah, I eat that stuff up. They're going to have to join sides, the U.S. side there and the Canadian side to the right. And they got to make sure. Right now, it doesn't look like they're totally level. They might have to raise one side up or down. But they have to connect in the middle. That's the point of it all. If they're off even just a little bit, it could be disastrous. So we're going to monitor this, and I'll tell them if they need to do some adjusting. Detour ahead. Those are the best when you take the detour. Here are those stay cables, these white cables, and then they're going to light up the bridge in the evening, and they say it's going to look just spectacular. But it looks like a couple of fans or whatever, or you know how those women have those little things that they get some fresh air, they fan themselves. There's some workers there. I'm not exactly sure what they're working on right particularly there. It'd be great to have a representative from the bridge company if I could do an interview and just hear how they go about this stuff. But yeah. And then here's the approach. Even the nice sweeping curves, it's just architecturally pleasing to the eye. All right, and then just a little bit further down is Delray Park, which is a public access for a boat launch, but they also have a park and a place for the fishermen and fisher people to hang out. Yeah, the U.S. side looks a little taller right now than the Canadians, so you don't want to have a waterfall action in the middle. You want it to be a smooth transition. Down yonder, about a mile as the crow flies, is the Ambassador Bridge. And look, they're backing up for customs. They're going slow. This will do a lot to increase the traffic flow of trucks, which, yeah, they can bottleneck and just make life miserable for passenger vehicles to cross the Ambassador. But with this new bridge, oh, things are going to be nice and smooth. And especially for people downriver, this will be quicker and easier to get to Canada and then on to the 401. And the bridge construction's kind of neat. You look under the bridge, and I think they keep bringing the next section up, and then that crane does something to swing it. I don't know if it swings around or if they just kind of push it out. I'd love to see when they get the next section. Then they would attach the cables. But yeah, you can see a few sections underneath the bridge. So I guess that's how they bring them across. There's a boat. You wouldn't think of it, but that's looking at it directly front side. So it's kind of narrow. There's another boat down yonder. Maybe even another one even too. And then my dad, he was watching from the Maverick. Folks, yeah, I still have some Dirty Show pictures, but for this this show, it's going to be cut short. So just like 45 minutes. But thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week or weekend, whatever the case may be. And yeah, well, I'm doing the audio the day after the Super Bowl, so everybody's kind of recovering from that. We should make Monday a national holiday. All right, folks, got to cut this off. Take care.